Al once again coming in with True Masculinity Podcast. And I am the owner of this establishment, which is TMP, man. And we have a good little episode, little stream for you today, this morning. See if we can get folks to pile on in here. Just had my morning workout, so we are definitely clicking on all cylinders and firing on all cylinders this morning. I hope everybody's having a blessed morning. Hope everybody's getting it in. Woke up on the good side of the bed this morning. Come on in here. If you're watching this at a later date, hit that like button. And yeah, I thought this was a very interesting story just to delve into, possibly expound on a few opinions and things that I've seen just in clips, because I have not watched the interview in its entirety at all. So I will admit that. I've just seen the bits and pieces that are trying to go viral online right now. And yes, sir. Got to talk about it. Excuse me. By the way, I appreciate all the new subs that jumped on in here. So some major love to the channel lately. I appreciate all the recent subs, the following, the engagement, man. It's definitely necessary, definitely appreciate it. But we're gonna talk about this topic just a little bit. We're gonna delve into it, just get my opinion on it. It's going viral. Why not talk about it? Why not get some views, shares, likes, engagement, subs from giving my 2 cents on it? So yeah, we're gonna try to see if we can get some folks piled in here and have this good old conversation. Everybody else talking about it. Let's see, look at Jamel Hill. Ayesha Curry's comments had internet going wild. That's a day ago. So let me jump on it too, man. Let me jump on the train. Let's give my TNP opinion. Give my TNP opinion on this whole subject matter. So I can find the interview some. I think a lot of people are taking it not out of context. I'm gonna see, like I said, I'm gonna find the sensationalized clips that everybody was talking about. See, this is the actual interview.
What is up, Daddy Gang? It is your founding father, Alex Cooper, with Call.
So there's a Call Her Daddy. So Call Her Daddy podcast. There's so many podcasts out here. I swear I never heard of this podcast before, but this is a weird name. And it came out a month ago. That's wild. So this came out a month ago, and it's still going viral. It's just going viral or hitting the streams, the viral streams today, the algorithm today. That's are just of now. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hit that like button if you're jumping on in here too for me. That's wild. Like it's funny. That's how the internet is, man. Like they should do an interview a month ago and it's just not going viral. But yeah, man. Just the from the optics and the clips that I saw myself, it was very a little bit uncouth to the ears to hear her talk about not wanting to be a mother or married a mother and thought she'd be a career woman. That's wild. Let's see if we can find some clips from this video though, man.
Ayesha Curry, welcome to Call Her Daddy.
Thank you for having me.
I am so excited to meet you. How are you doing today?
I'm hanging in there right now. I'm really nervous to be here.
Wait, why?
I'm so excited.
Oh my God, Ayesha.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. She's definitely a beautiful woman, but she is very goofy and just kind of oblong acting. In all honesty, she just seems very, very just goofy. Like not that serious. You know what I'm saying? That different strokes to different folks. Yeah, I guess Steph can be a little goofy herself at times, but this seems like way more serious. But it's just like I think she just takes herself to be greater than what she really is sometimes too. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's just a little goofy. Like, just relax. You know what I'm saying? Relax.
So I'm just grateful. I'm excited. Hoping I don't get in trouble for the things that I say.
I feel like we're gonna have good girl
She
talk.
knew she was gonna get in trouble. Like, she knew she was gonna get in trouble. She knew she was gonna say something sensationalized, something to embarrass her husband. And it's all to the girl dads out there, which is myself, man. Try not to raise no Ayesha Currys, and all the boy dads, which is also myself. Got two boys. Try not to make sure your sons don't date an Ayesha Curry, man. I'm gonna say that right now with the utmost sincerity. Steer your sons the fuck away from the Ayesha Curry. These modern day 304 type mentality women that they envy the streets. They envy the women that run the streets that don't have any consistency, that don't have anyone that's gonna provide and be consistent toward them and be a leader of the household financially and be a leader in God. Because we already know how Steph Curry professes his love for Christ outwardly. So it's just like a lot of the women today are enticed by the streets, like, and they have everything laid down for them perfectly. Like, this is what a lot of the modern women say and profess publicly today that they want. The modern day woman in 2025, at the end of 2025 to 2026 and beyond, claims they want a provider man, a man that makes six figures, and a man that's not going to cheat and is going to be consistent with them, which, like, it seems like he having all these kids with her. It seems like he likes something about the girl. They married her young. I don't know I don't know the private business. Nobody does. Nobody knows if he's getting it in. He out here clapping cheeks with all the baddest bitches from here to Europe. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to get into that. But from the optics, he looks like a pretty clean cut guy. You don't really hear no rumors coming out. Most of these guys that do things, these women are going to tell. You know what I'm saying? So just being honest, that's kind of an inkling. Unless you sign an NDA, most of these women, like a Steph Curry, a woman that's fucking with Steph Curry is going to probably spill the beans. So it just seems like women always say they profess to want a certain type of man, but at the end of the day, they seem like they envy these 304 lifestyle. I don't. Maybe it's just the modern woman. Maybe it's feminism. I don't know, man. But I know for sure I want to steer my son away from Anisha Curry archetype of woman, because these are the type of women that are never satisfied. Let's be honest with that. These are the type of women that are internally miserable. These are the type of women that envy their husband's status or stature, even though they say they want to provide her man. They see that he's the one that's the provider. He's the one getting all the attention, and they envy that. So it's like this is an insecure woman who has everything. He's literally giving you everything. Like, you could obviously walk away and take half his fortune. He's giving you everything, and it seems like you're still not content. So that to me is just odd. It's odd to say the least. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but it's to me it's not. Well, it's odd to see it, but to me, I expect it, because I often believe a lot of these women are just they are miserable internally. Like, they're not in this lifestyle. The propaganda that's being pushed on them every day with all this Cardi B, bust down, Tatiana, flued out, side nigga bullshit nonsense running through niggas. Like, that a lot of times I feel like that mental and moral compass is skewed, and they allow this propaganda to fuck them up mentally, man. Hit that like button if you're jumping on in here too. See if I can find some of these clips, man. I don't want to get caught in the sauce watching this thing. We're gonna watch a little bit though while we.
You're not in the hot seat. Like, you.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Is it good that I'm catching you in the off season, or
Yeah.
okay, good.
It's great.
So you're more chill during the off season.
Super chill. Yeah. I mean, it's still chaotic. It's always chaotic, but we're like learning to live in that.
What do you guys usually do during this time of year? Are you traveling? Are you staying at home?
Well, right now, because it's July, it's always the most chaotic of the year, actually, of the whole calendar year, because 3 of our kids' birthdays are in July. Our anniversary is at the end of July. And it's like, if you play well, like for my husband, if you play well, you play until June.
And he usually plays well.
He usually plays well. This year we had a little bit more time, which was nice, but usually it's just 2 months and that's it.
Okay, 4 kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So I didn't want kids.
Boom. So she got to it. She got to it from the beginning. She got active from the beginning with it. And she said, "I ain't know, man. Let me, you know what I'm saying, assess this a little bit further." So she got in from the beginning. They hit her with the hard hitting questions from the beginning. No, I ain't want no kids. Wow. Hit that like button, man.
I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals. And I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of.
Wow. Wow. it's easy to say all this hindsight 2020. It's easy to say all this once you already achieved and got a multi-million-dollar husband that provides for everything that you ever done in your life, primarily. So it's easy to say now after the fact, all the woulda, shoulda, thoughta, coulda, woulda, shoulda. But in my opinion, if you were going to be great, and I said this the other day, and Ayesha Curry was going to be great, she is at the best. She has the best platform right now than she ever could have got on her own. As far as having a husband who has a NBA team behind him, the NBA has the shield, the logo behind them. It has sneaker deals, all type of marketing connections, platforms. Just the connections to the media and to the social media and just the news media market, and the money to provide the marketing and his face. Him himself is a marketing tool. So if she was going to be some type of great anything, like, and I'm just saying, just throwing this out there right now, like, I know she has a lot of kids and things like that, but if she was going to be great at anything, she has the best ability and tool just in her household. Like, that's facts. Like, that's facts. So it's like, if you're not great with a husband like Steph Curry, if you can't be whatever you want to be, fashion, maybe she want to be an actress, maybe whatever she want to be, direct, produce movies. If she's not going to be great with a Curry, if she doesn't end up doing something with her career with a husband like Steph Curry, who could literally put her right next to Steven Spielberg or some shit, or one of these directors, you weren't that damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? You just did not have the abilities that you thought you had. You know what I'm saying? That's just facts. Like, that's why it's the craziest thing ever. It's like, you really think it's you. Like, you really think you had the abilities, but if you don't shine with a husband like Steph Curry next to you, you just didn't have it in you. Like, you just did not have the talent, man, because he can literally put you right to the field that you want to be at, and he has a marketing platform, social media platform, plenty of ways where he can promote you and put you to the pinnacle. So if you know what I'm saying, that is just the kind of I guess it's kind of funny that she said she would have been this, that, and the third. But in my opinion, I don't think she ever would have got as far as she could have got without her husband. Like, on her own, I don't think she would have been as successful, or she could have got to the peaks that she could reach with her husband. And this will show if you're really good or not. If you do something in your lifetime, then maybe some of great I guess repute, or somebody, you know what I'm saying, like something great for whatever actor. Maybe you get into actors once your kids get a little older. Maybe you get into production. If you blow up and do something great in your own right, then maybe somebody can say that you would have been great. But at this point, everything seems like Steph Curry been providing and doing everything. So, but let's see.
That, and then it happened so early in my life. So it's like, it's one of those things, like, you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
Well, it's so interesting you say that, because I want to talk a lot about that today, because I relate to you in that way. Like, I really, really never thought I was going to get married. I'm like, there is actually no way that's ever going to happen. And then it happens and you're like, maybe I didn't know myself that well. And it's like, no, you knew yourself when you were young.
Yes.
And then life happens, and then you grow up, and then you have different wants and needs, and that's okay to change your mind.
Yes.
But it's still shocking.
It's still shocking.
Okay, wait, quickly back to parenting. I'm going to ask you.
Man, I'm gonna call it. Yeah. I don't know, for all the women. To me, it's just coming off hella ungrateful. To me, but that's that is 304 mindset is today, man. A lot of these women think it's them, and that's the craziest shit to me. A lot of these women really think it's them. Like, they think like they're the reason for their man's success, and like I said, they would have been all these great things if they would not have got married, and all these little crazy what if mindset. Oh, I never thought I'd get married. I never would have, all this shit, man. Come on, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, that's wild.
Random, like, parenting manual questions. Okay. What is a time one of your kids embarrassed you in public?
My daughter, Ryan, we were in a very public place. I'm trying to remember where. I'm blanking because I think this just like overshadowed the whole thing. Mm-hmm. But she yelled out, like, "Mommy, do you have weaves? Is that a weaves?" Like, with an S. "Do you have weaves in your hair?"
This is a corny bitch. I ain't gonna lie to you. TMP. The only thing that's interesting about her is the fact she's married to Steve Curry. I mean, Steph Curry. Then why I keep calling him Steve Curry? Steve Curry. I must be trying to Steve Kerr. Steph Curry. Steve. Excuse me, man. My bad. But the only interesting thing about her is she's married to Steph Curry. like she's just a real corny. Like that's the story you have. Like she's just a very corny, quirky lady. To be honest with you, like it seems very very insecure. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be like, cause she light skinned, they want to give her the crown. A lot of these women be light skinned, so they just think they just God's gift to green to the earth and shit like that. Like she's just a very ungrateful, goofy chick. To be honest with you, like I said that, like I said from the beginning, very oblong, very weird. Like this is a goofy chick. Like this how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a shit what nobody say. Like you can't take just a chick that's not always unserious and giggly goofy like that serious. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't even take themselves seriously. Like women like that, they don't even take themselves seriously. They don't take the marriage seriously. Talking about I would never didn't think I'd ever get married. Like what kind of mind? How do you think that comes off to the public and the masses? That's why she's getting all this backlash. Like how do you think that sounds? Talking about I don't want to get in trouble. See, women like this, they crave the attention. Don't let them lie to you. Like she craves the attention. She wants to emasculate her husband, Steph Curry. She wants to emasculate the shit out of him. Talking about I don't want to get in trouble. She don't give a shit about that man's feelings. She don't give a damn how she comes off. If she did, she wouldn't have said something that's provocative and sensational as I didn't want to have kids to get married after you don't have about 5 of them with this man. It's like it's just something like you think everything he's done would have made you replace that memory in something you wouldn't have had to say that out loud, publicly to like what does that do? That like as a woman, what does that really do by saying you didn't want to get married to Steph Curry? What does that do? Like, did she think about how that makes him look? Or how that, you know what I'm saying, makes the whole it's very selfish. I don't want to say, but she's very goofy. And it's not surprising she would say something like that. It's like I didn't want to get married to the man. Then why did you? Did you see the dollar signs? Like, did you it's like it makes no sense. Like women like this think that they would be on a level of Steph Curry without Steph Curry. And that is what I'm getting at with this live. Like women like this are so delusional to think that they have some type of ability. And I gave this nigga some pussy, and that's why he makes all these threes. And I swear that they're that delusional and detached to think like my marriage and my support is what reason why he made all these threes and he was great. And they in their mind they really think that. And without him, I would have been just as great. And I would have been I never wanted to get married, and I thought I was gonna be a career woman. They really think that they are the contributing factor to this man's greatness. Like, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, in my opinion, it couldn't be further from the truth. Couldn't be further from the truth.
Yes.
I know, Ryan. You're like, Ryan, thank you so much. Mommy loves you. Kids will humble you every fucking day.
Fast.
Okay, what's a bribe you used recently to get your kids to do something?
Talking about did you have a weaves? What the fuck kind of stupid ass shit? That's some goofy ass, corny, white adjacent shit. You trying to goddamn, I don't know what the hell she on. I don't know what the hell she on with that. You got on a weaves. Like she just went, this lady thinks she white, don't she?
Oh, I paid my daughter, my 13-year-old Riley, and my niece Ava, I paid them $20 to clean up the kitchen and the living room. Back in my day, I wouldn't have had that opportunity. I would have just had to do it.
Okay, what is the weirdest thing you found in your kid's backpack or pocket?
So I just found.
Man, let me get to some other shit. Sponsor. What the hell is that talking about? Sponsor. Let's go ahead a little bit. See what they're talking about with that one.
So bad.
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by T-Mobile. Have you ever met someone and they're the Let's go back. Let's talk about how you met Mr. Steph Curry. You met him in high school?
Yeah, so I'm Canadian.
Okay.
So I grew up in Markham, Ontario, and I moved to the States at 14 to North Carolina, and that's actually where we met. He's one of the first people that I met in the States, but just friends. Obviously, we were 14.
Right.
Went to the same church, shared the same friend groups at church. And then when I moved to LA, he Facebooked me.
Did he write on your wall or it was like a private message?
No, it was a private message, but he was like, hey, do you still live in LA? That's a lie. The first message.
She was in LA getting buzzed down. I mean, you know how many girls I've seen. I went to HBCU. You know how many girls I've seen that look even better than the Ayesha Curry. I'm talking about, I ain't even trying to bullshit. That moved to LA and ended up being waitresses, trying to find on the casting couch. Just now getting some type of love. I know this one girl, she just now getting some type of love with Big Josh. Shout out to Big Josh, seeing her doing videos on there. I've seen women that were, like, I ain't trying to compare, but I'm talking about the baddest of the bad. Some of the sexiest, light skin, dark skin go to LA and they just be on the casting couch. Like, this is another number out there. It's just, This lady is a LA 6. She like Ayesha Curry is the LA 6. LA 6, LA 5, 5 6. Period. Like I ain't trying to be funny. I'm not no person that's out here judging. I'm not a model judging contest, but I'm just being honest. You know how like, bro, if Steph Curry saved this lady from a lifetime of maybe baby mother them, because that's what they did too. I'm talking about women that were just as sexy, if not sexier than Ayesha Curry. Point blank. Period. Bodies, everything. Them hoes, bruh, waitresses, working dead end jobs, getting bust down, having kids. And you trying to sit here and act like this, like he didn't save you from a life of casting couches, background type jobs, or probably some type of shit where you had to twerk and bust your and twerk your ass to make some money. He saved you. He gave you a life of respectability and honor. If you want to be honest, because like you out there in LA, let's be honest. Like what the you gonna do in that? What the hell she about to do in LA? You're not about to be no leading lady. Like I mean, can we have a conversation here? Let's hit the like button. Can we have a conversation here? She was out there chasing the actress dream in LA. Let's be honest. Hit that like button for me. You're not about to be a leading lady, Ayesha Curry. What are we talking about here? You know the best thing you were gonna do is maybe a background 2 seconds. You don't got the face for it. You're not a funny. You don't have the humor. You don't have the personality. You're not a damn. What's that girl name that was on Girls Trip? The funny little chick. I'm going blank right now, man. She used to date Common. Anyway, you're not funny. You don't have that it factor. The only thing you have going for you is your light skin and you're kind of cute. You're a North Carolina 8 or 9. You're like your LA 5 6. Let's be honest. So, bruh, in my opinion, hit that like button. Steph Curry saved you from a life of riding the dick carousel. Let's be honest.
I was in this music video and he was like, hey, who is that in the music video, in the picture that you're in? And I'm like, oh, it's Young Berg. And he goes, oh, I should have known. He always has all the sexy ladies. And I was like, what is happening right now?
You're like, Steph, I know you said you're 14.
Steph corny as shit for that line. Hit that like button. Steph corny is a motherfucker for that line, nigga. Nigga, you glazing another nigga to try to holler at a bitch? TNP, hit that like button. Hit that like, you glazing another nigga to try to holler at a bitch? No wonder your mama cheated on your daddy, nigga. Who taught you game in Charlotte, my nigga? Who taught your little light-skinned ass some game? He taught you basketball game. You can see that. Nigga, he helped you with the stroke. 3. The nigga helped you climb that pinnacle and gave you the genes for that. But then he ain't give you no ism. No ism, no player, no P. Shit. The fuck? Talking about he always got the sexy ladies in his videos. Yeah, he probably was cracking her down too. Bro, like I said, bro, I know this life thing. Bro. I would bet money he cracked her down. Like he was already popping that down at that point. Sexy Can I and all that production, whatever song he made. Young Berg, you know what I'm saying? Hitmaker. You know, yeah, I would be willing to bet he don't sauce to Ayesha Curry's goddamn cheeks. You understand? Because women like that, they go for that. Like when they go to LA, they want to attach themselves to someone who's already successful. These women that do that, they want to immediately try to attach themselves to somebody that's successful. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it works, man.
And I was 15. What are you trying to do right now?
At this time now, we're 19.
Okay.
18, 19. And so he goes, do you still live in LA? I'm here for a camp. Do you want to hang out? And I'm like freaking out because this guy, he was like the guy at church. Like all the girls loved him.
I thought you were going to say like in high school, like on the court. You're like, at church, he was the guy.
At church.
Was he the basketball guy in high school or no?
Apparently he was, but I genuinely didn't pay attention to that because I grew up in such an arts-driven family that sports outside of like Doug Flutie playing for the Buffalo Bills like it just wasn't a thing in my house. And so he said, so we made plans to hang out. And then I said, where are you staying? And he said, Anaheim. And I was like, you're
like, so you're coming to me because I'm not.
At this point, I still have the other jobs, like trying to pay the rent. Gas is expensive. So I was like, I'm sorry, I can't this time. But if you're ever back, let me know. And
so you're saying you were a struggling actress at 19, 20, when he was out there, you know, dicing it up down there in Davidson. Shout out to North Carolina, man, my hometown, my home state, excuse me. Near my hometown, though, from Concord, right near Davidson. We talking about We talking about a 10-minute drive from my house where I lived at and grew up at. I'm talking about a 15-minute drive from my house to Davidson University. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Huntersville, shout out to Davidson, shout out to 704. But I'm out here in Colorado right now, man. Out here in rural Colorado, living it up, man. But yeah, man. So you're telling me you were a struggling actress? That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing, and that's what I already had assumed previously. So you're telling me you were a struggling actress, about to talk to a nigga that about to enter to the NBA. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. Like, the truth speaks for itself. The disrespect is out of hand. You know what I'm saying? The disrespect toward this man that saved you. This nigga saved you. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest, man. Like, you got to get this nigga they just do. It's like the overwhelming fact that he is obviously the person who is the one in the relationship, the alpha in the relationship, that bothers her. You know what I'm saying? And I think that bothers a lot of women today. Just being honest, man. If the man is some type of, go getter, and the woman stay at home mom or whatever like that, man, I feel like that definitely bothers a lot of women, man. They gotta have some type of more security in themselves, though. Like, he married you, gave the ring, gave you the kids. Like, you got the keys to the franchise. It seems like women like to say, it's why I just want the attention. In my opinion, they want attention. They want to get them drawers dusted by some big old burly dark skinned nigga like me. You know, they're tired of that light skin. They want to get piped down for real. They want somebody to grab on some of that hair. You know what I'm saying? Split them big old yeeks open. You did underdid. So Ayesha Curry, she ain't no different than any other chick out here. You know what I'm saying? They just when they get their claws in you, their real self shows out who they really are. You know what I'm saying? Because what can Steph really do at this point? You're married with multiple kids, like, you know what I'm saying? What you going? He ain't no tough guy, no way. You know what can he really do? He ain't about to cut into her. Be honest, man.
We'll go hang out, and he's like, "Oh, I'm back in 2 weeks," and I'm like, "Oh my god,
You still in Anaheim?
And so no, this time he was in Hollywood, so he stuck with it. He hit me up 2 weeks later. We hung out, and we've literally been together since that day.
Okay, hold on. You go and you hang out with him.
Mhm.
What is your headspace? Are you seeing him in like a could this be something kind of way? Or are you like, no?
No, and this was like my first real date. So I was just nervous. I was nervous. It was like years of having a crush. And then years, like, I just never thought that he would like someone like me. I just didn't think.
I don't believe it. I don't believe you gotta hang with Young Berg and music videos, shit like that. And this is your first date. I guess maybe it's the first time somebody took you serious. You know what I'm saying? That might be. He might have just been, you know what I'm saying, light skin on light skin action. And I don't know what's up with stuff. Might be the first time somebody actually took you seriously and took you out and all that shit. But I don't think it was your first time giving the bang bang boogie and the dig. So I think it might be the first time somebody actually took you serious, took you out in public, and took you out to eat and shit like that. 1920. I can see that.
Was going to be a thing. I
You
thought
were in a
we would
friend
be
group.
friends. Yeah.
Did you ever have anything in high school at all, or it was legit just friends?
No, just friends. Just friends. Yeah.
I get what you're
Cap. Hey, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Subscribe to TNP, man. Show some love on that Cash App too, man. The link is in the description box. Subscribe. Hit that like button. I call Cap though, man. I call Cap. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she had tight parents to lock it down all the way. You know what I'm saying? Church, school, home. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. But now I'm saying, like, right now, man, somebody, and she Canadian. Them Canadian girls be free. So I heard half white, half man. Come on, dog. Light skin, devil in the light, what they say, devil in a light skin devil in a dress, nigga, I don't trust it, bro. I don't believe it, man. But she say she ain't never dated nobody, been with nobody in high school, and so be it.
saying, like, you never saw him as something, but I'm
Yeah.
like, when you look back, is there any memory that you're like, maybe there was something or no?
No, never. I had a friend over who had a crush on his brother at the time, and she decided to call him, and they were giggling, and then we're maybe like 15 at this time, and they put Stefan on the phone, and somebody said something about Canada, and so I was like, oh, I'm Canadian. And he's like, oh, do you like Canadian candy? And I'm like, I love Canadian candy. And so my aunt was coming into town from Canada, and so she brought some for me. And so I was like, oh, I'll bring you a bag to church the next time we're at church.
See, it was
So
meant to be. It was meant to be.
I bring the bag, and I literally, everybody's watching. I hand it to him, and I don't say anything to him. I just shove it and walk away. Like, that's how shy
Ayesha.
I was.
And did you like him at all? Like, in your heart, you're like, oh, I wish I
Yes.
could. Yeah, it just wasn't. It was high school.
I thought he was so cute. Oh
Okay,
my
so fast
God.
forward, you go on this first date.
Yeah.
What are the vibes?
It was one of the best days of my life. Honestly, it was so innocent, and
Thought you said you never been on no date. No, I don't know. Let me stop fucking. Hey, thought you ain't never been on no date. The best date of your life. You only been on dates with your husband? I don't know. Hey,
young, and like I wish I could relive that, or at least watch it from like a bird's eye view. It was so cute. We did Hollywood Boulevard, put our hands in the Maryland hands, and like got chai lattes. We went over to the Grove and like walked around, and they were filming some Eddie Murphy movie that we like. I don't think it ever ended up coming out. And just had checking cop cars to see if they had donuts, like just like real young love. I don't know. I remember it like it was yesterday.
I feel like when you have one of those first dates, though, like I feel that way about my husband. I always say that to him. I'm like, oh my God.
that's what's up, though. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Let me find some of these clips. Getting married. Let's get some of these clips.
Okay, rewind 2 steps.
Yeah.
Married at 22.
Yeah.
How did you know you were ready for that?
I didn't. I just knew that I loved him, and I'd never like experienced anything else. I'd never felt any differently than like, this is who I want to spend the rest of my life with. And so we kind of just dove in. And
did anyone or you or Steph or anyone have any hesitations about like, oh, we're getting married in our early 20s, or no?
No. And I say this all the time to our family. I'm like, you guys, like 22. I'm like, you guys, I'm like, not a single parent. Nobody was like, hey guys, are you sure? Everybody was like, no, this is what's happening, and we love you, and we love you, and it's gonna be great.
Shit, that's what good parents do. In all honesty, man, shout out to those parents. That's what good parents do. TNP, that's what good parents do. If they see something that's making absolute sense in 28, I mean, 22, you're not a baby. You're 22. I mean, I understand where, from the perspective of, she still probably wanted to get routed out and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. That's probably why she feel that way, talking about 22. But her parents were saving you from a life of riding a dick carousel. I mean, they seen this man had everything going for him. He had the NBA shit right there. He had the money, the security, the family, the already church lineage established, or you know what I'm saying, beginnings and roots, and it rooted in the church, family rooted in the church. Like, bro, why wouldn't they want y'all to get married at a young age and forgo all the crazy shit that you can get into in your 20s? You know, running your body count up like a hoe, trying to be a 304. You know what I'm saying? Him getting distracted by big booty ass hoes that ain't got no real right love for him and shit like that. That was, man, from both sides of the family. Shout out to those families, the mothers, fathers on both sides. That was one of the smartest things they could do, telling their kids to get married young to people that's come from the church. They know their family history. You know what I'm saying? At that young age, probably they ain't got a whole bunch of body counts on them, shit like that. That's a smart thing right there. I would do the same thing for my children. That, like, I feel like the reason why she's having this old 22 is because she wanted to still get rotted out. That's my opinion. TNP, hit that like button. That's why she sitting here acting like 22 is just such a, oh my God, 22. I think she has a little bit of remorse. She wanted to get bang bang boogie a little bit longer before she finally settled down, just like a lot of these 304 ass mindset women have. You know what I'm saying? They still want to enjoy, you know what I'm saying, the fruits of the world, and you know, find what they say, that, as they say for men, sow your royal oats and shit like that. Man, come on, man. She wanted to get cracked down. You know what I'm saying? Took the Backshot Boulevard a few more times. You know what they did? Go to clubbing in Charlotte and a little couple cities, LA, some more. You know, she wasn't ready to settle down at 22. I was too young for her. That's why she's saying that now. You know what I'm saying?
It's just like, wow. Like when I really look at it.
Well, and again, because there are so many people that may watch this that are like, oh, 22 for them, whether it's because like they watched their parents get married young or whatever, it was normal. But you, in the beginning of this interview, started by being like, girl, I didn't even think I wanted to get married.
Yes, exactly.
So it is a big deal that at 22,
it's a mixture of that, and a mixture of, like, there are levels to 22. Like, there's different styles of 22-year-olds. But I was like the naive, like very young, unpolished 22-year-old. Like, I didn't have very much life experience.
That's good. Like, I mean, what is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Like, why would you, Ayesha Curry, say something like, why would you try to frame that as if that is an issue? That is what most men want. Men don't want women with a whole bunch of life experience. You know what I'm saying? That is a positive. Like, you know, this lady has a wholesome life with a wholesome nigga, allegedly. We don't know. Like, they have an alleged wholesome life with an alleged wholesome guy. Definitely a productive guy. You can't allege that. He's a productive and successful guy. Got a family, huge family. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's just wild, the mindset. Like, it's just like you're not satisfied. You know what I'm saying? And if Ayesha Curry isn't satisfied with the nuclear family, the from the outside looking in, the cookie cutter white fence type family, white picket fence family. What is the outcome or the outlook for the common woman that, you know what I'm saying, don't even want a nigga working at the BFI, you know, the common trash man, the nigga working at a second shift at the plant. What you know what I'm saying? What is the outcome for women like that? They just have no respect. If they don't respect a $100 million net worth man, you know what I'm saying, that's married to you, gave you everything, gave you kids, gave you a family, gave you a nuclear family, is obviously sticking with you. If they don't even respect, like, if they are unhappy in that, and if an Ayesha Curry is unhappy in that, which is a woman that seems like she really wants to embody the common modern day feminist woman in a lot of ways, the way she speaks out and a lot of the things in which she says. What is the hope for the rest of the niggas that don't have no $100 million net worth and all the success and accolades and things like that, and security, financial security as him? Like, man, like, you gotta have a woman that you gotta know how to pick them. You know, you gotta have, yeah, that's just my opinion. You gotta know how to pick them, man, because it's like she has all the indicators and all the uh what's the word, like personality traits of a woman that wants to be a 304, that doesn't want to be kept, that is ungrateful for the life that she's chosen, that's like, damn, like, has regret. Mm. Hey, like I said, what if $100 million man, and not that money satisfies you. I'm just saying, not that money keeps you warm at night. Not that money is makes you happy and content and has satisfied with your life. And I don't believe so, because look at Alicia Curry and the shit that she said. So it doesn't really seem like she's all that grateful or happy. So I'm not gonna throw like, oh, money is everything, because it's obviously not. But it's like a lot of these women today profess that that's one of the biggest things that ruin relationships, and what the biggest things they're looking for is a provider man, and you got one. You got more than one. You know what I'm saying? He can provide outlets and opportunities for you in your career as well. So it just seems like maybe she has a regret for not being able to do it alone. And that's wild in itself, because in this world you have to connect with people. Like, he chose you as well. It's like, do you not have pride in the fact that not even that he's successful, but a man chose you? And that's how I feel about for most women out here that's want to be 304s, want to be you little Tatiana assholes. It's like, do you not appreciate that the fact that a man has taken you seriously in this world where no relationships are really taken serious? Niggas is out here cheating on their wives, cheating on their women, and women are never getting married at all. It's a 50-60% divorce rate. Most women out here, I think, will never marry or have children. You know, we have some of the highest population of women over 30 with no kids, no family, no children, and there's probably no prospect for them to have none, because at this point they're geriatric pregnancy. This is one of the most depressed single field families and broken families generation that we've ever had. I'm talking about from everyone, every race. And you have women like this putting out rhetoric like, oh, the married life ain't shit either. Basically, that's how I look at it, and that's how I take it, and that's how a lot of folks took it. That's why I went viral. Like, I never wanted to get married, I never wanted to have kids, and you're basically promoting the 304 shit. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what you're doing. You're supporting and circling the wagon on 304 mindset and behavior. You know what I'm saying? Women hear this like, oh, that's why I just have all these kids and I ain't getting married, because they don't seem like she got all this money, and she still don't seem like she satisfied. Like, you're promoting degeneracy. She don't even know it. She don't even know it. Like, and you got everything. So it's like, she's being very hypocritical and contradictory of what's something that should be positive. She should promote motherhood. She should promote being married. She should promote how she's happy and content being married, and it's the best thing that ever happened to her in her life. I haven't heard her say that yet. Now, I'm skimming through this video, but I have not heard her profess anything like being positive about marriage or having kids and family and a nuclear family and having a relationship that lasts over a decade. I haven't heard anything positive yet. I'm still listening.
And so it's just interesting.
It is, but it's, again, I think like why I was excited to talk to you is because as women, there's just like so many things that happen in our life that we want to plan for. Yeah. And then obviously life just doesn't go as planned. Yeah. And to hear you at a young age getting married, I think like, and knowing it was such a success, but it doesn't mean the whole ride was easy. Like, that's what I'm excited to get into.
Yeah.
So like a few months after getting married, you just said you
get 3 months.
Okay. What was going through your head when you found out that news?
I was confused because
How were you confused?
Because Alex, my OB said expected to take up to a year. And so I'm like, oh, in my head, I heard at least a year. I was thinking we were going to be like bar hopping. It's like, nope. you're pregnant and you're going to be very, very sick. But
I'm telling you, the modern day 304, like, thought he was gonna be bar hopping. I didn't even know Steph was a drinker, man. Hey, maybe he is, who knows? But damn, like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think this rhetoric is promoting? You know what I'm saying? What are you promoting? Like, you're literally living the biblical lifestyle and the disciplined biblical nuclear family lifestyle, and you like complaining and having remiss or remorse about missing out on bar hopping and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The thing, like, most of these women that bar hop and do get that lifestyle, look at their lives. Living at 304 and jumping around. I seen her in that video with Drake and her homegirls out there backstage with niggas. Just doing all type of shit that puts her husband in a bad light. Just being honest, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit that just makes her husband look like a real simp. And it's disrespectful, man. But hey, you like it, I love it.
grateful. I wouldn't change a thing.
Of course.
But it was not on my bingo card.
And when all this went down, like, I guess now looking back, what advice would you give to someone listening of like how to embrace when your timeline suddenly changes?
Oh, there's no such thing as a timeline, I think, is the bottom line. Things are going to shift. Like, life is ebbs and flows, and you just kind of have to roll with the punches. Sometimes stuff's going to suck, like, but you can always recover.
Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. You jumping on here. Subscribe to TNP. Show some love. Hit that like button. Hit that description box too, man. Throw some love on that and support the channel on that Cash App or that PayPal, man. Link is right down there in the description box. Show some love. We're just giving out this real spill opinion and viewpoint.
And I think it's important also, like, sometimes you can feel like you're in your own bubble or like feel isolated or like you're the only person experiencing that thing, but there's always like a resource or there's always a community of people who are experiencing similar things.
Did you have like any friends who were in similar life stages to you at that point?
No.
They're like, babe, we're at One Oak.
No.
What are you doing?
No, actually, all of our friends are like just now having babies, like the past 4 or 5 years. So we were the trailblazers.
What was the hardest part of being a young mom?
I think my identity. So because I have such an entrepreneurial spirit, not being able to call the shots all the time for myself was freaking weird. And then learning how to kind of reset myself to make it all work while still having a family was weird too. But it's made me really resilient and like a little gritty. So I'm grateful for it.
Yeah, like even thinking about how you said earlier, like once my daughter turned about 1, I was kind of looking around like, I love being a mom.
Yeah.
But I also have this other side of me that I can feel kind of wanting to come back up. And I think a lot of times women can experience like, or so I've read, because I'm obviously not a mother yet, hopefully. But like women can experience this like mom guilt of like, if I have a career and I'm not home, like, did you experience that?
I still experience that. I still experience that. I'm always in therapy talking about this. But what I realized is like, if you lose, like for me being married and like with my husband, if you lose all of those things that were interesting about you, even for yourself, like even the things that made me feel confident and cool, then what are you doing? And so for me, it's always been important. I mean, I'm a little ADHD. So like I have 1,000,005 ideas. I have 1,000,000 interests. I'm very creative. I like to explore those sides of me. And I think
everybody think they special. Everybody think they creative. Everybody think they got something that's, that's different and they can excel in. You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't you take pride in being a mother? Why don't you take pride in being a wife? You know, that's how I feel about a lot of these modern day women. Why don't you take any pride in that? Like the fact that you don't have to work. The fact that he's done most of the lifting and the load to where you could do something, he could throw you a couple million, you could start your own, whatever you about to do. But why? It's just crazy to me that you got security, time, resources. You could get nannies. I'm sure she have nannies. I'm sure you're not raising all your kids by yourself. Like you're probably still putting your feet up and calling the hell out of some nannies. Let's stop. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop the cap. Like she just missed super mom, changing diapers, doing everything by herself. Let's stop the cap. I'm sure she has maids, butlers, nannies. You know what I'm saying? The whole shebang. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, like, that I feel you. I can definitely feel her as far as like don't want to lose your identity. But like once you become a mother, it's not about you anymore. And that's what a lot of these women out here forget, like once you become a mother and once you become a wife and a mother, it is no longer about your wants and needs primarily and how you feel. So a lot of these women, they destroy their families out here off of feelings and how they feel and how and all selfish desires and ambitions. They, you know what I'm saying? They alienate they husbands and they family, and they alienate themselves, and it becomes about them and me. And that's how a lot of these families are broken nowadays. Because and Ayesha Curry is just a microcosm of society. It's just the fact that she has this more security than 99% of us out here in the world. So as for financial security, excuse me, she has more financial security than 99% of us in the world. So it's it's kind of just confusing to see a woman with all this, all the, like I said, she was a year in and wanted to and find herself. She had a year in being a mother and wanted to find herself. It's like I just wonder why she didn't delve into our why don't they have the same pride in being a mother? Why do they have such pride in wanting to basically be like a man? If you want to be honest, what it basically, which feminism teaches, is to be a man. Like, I want my own dollar, I want my own importance, I want my own spotlight. I want, you know what I'm saying? I want somebody to talk about me, which is like, it's really a tool of the devil if you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the God gave you everything you want or everything you needed. He gave you a beautiful situation. He gave you a family. He gave you kids. He gave you a successful husband. And it's like you still want something for yourself. And that's, to me, that's a big test for a lot of folks. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like when in the story, when you turn back and turn to a pillar of salt, you know what I'm saying? In that story, it was the Saul, in the story of Saul. It's like you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you turning back to your old life and the what have and what could have been, like when you should be like, that part of me is gone. And I know it's hard to accept, but she's 30 some years old, still talking about how, times when she missed, wishes she wouldn't did this or wish she was more career oriented and stuff, and she's married. It's like, that's wild. Like, it's just crazy you didn't throw that same ambition into being a mother or that same want to into being a mother. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of confusing to me personally. Like why wouldn't you want to delve into being a better mother? Why are you at this point when you just have a 1-year-old child? Why are you still thinking career? When you this man's young, you should want to support your husband. Like these should be the things that should be going through your head. He's taking care of the heavy lifting. So why are you still worried about making money and getting a position in life when you have a generational wealth right there already set aside for you, and you still want, to make a couple $100,000 a year off of something you did, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, type mindset. It's just and be away from your kids and give your time somewhere else just because you really want to compete with Steph, which is a losing battle. And that's how I see it in this relationship. You really want to compete with him in some type of way, career-wise, which is a losing battle. You will never be at the level of a Steph Curry, except your role, which is an even beautiful and stronger role, is as his wife and his helpmate and his rib. That is the most beautiful role that you can ever play in this lifetime that you've been given. I'm just being honest. And if you divorce him, I guess you can run with half of his wealth, and he'll still have child support and all that stuff. And I'm just saying, hypothetically, you'll still have the type of head start and money that will last you a lifetime. So it's just crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? That even with all these blessings that God giving you, as far as like, man, like you said, you were struggling to pay rent and gas and shit like that. You could have been working in a damn factory, getting old, wrinkly, toes toe up. You know what I'm saying? You could have been an actress, getting with Diddy. You could have been one of Diddy's hoes. You know what I'm saying? You could have been one of the hoes you ain't hear about. Maybe you could have been, you know what I'm saying, a low brand Cassie or some shit, or maybe a backup in one of his movies or some shit. Like, I'm just saying, he saved you from sucking dick for money. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, he saved you from a life of debauchery and degeneracy and low life type shit. You know what I'm saying? If you ask me, that's what Steph Curry saved you from. He saved you from a life of being a 304. He saved you from a life of being a single mother. He saved you from a life of being out here on the casting couch getting goddamn beat down, nigga. About your be on your 1,000th body and shit. You know what I'm saying? He raised you on having a whole bunch of kids that don't look like you. You know what I'm saying? They don't look like each other. I'm just being honest, man. He saved you from working and like live a life of hard labor. Probably he probably saved you a life of hard labor or definitely some tough situations, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you don't see that. Like, hey, most women, they got to be hit with it. They got to hit that wall 1,000 miles per hour to realize, hey, you ain't the one. You know what I'm saying? And to have some humility in the fact that you still won. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're the one next to the one, and that's still winning. But women don't see that as that. They see that as his. Oh, he created this, he built this, and I'm nothing. When it should not be like that, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, but hey, Do you?
It keeps me who I am to like my family and the people that I love, but it also allows me to have a certain level of confidence that I don't think I would have otherwise.
Right. It's like you grew up, like we've talked about, like having this thing that you were so passionate about.
Yeah.
And to lose that creative side of yourself would just mean that you're almost like doing a disservice to yourself. And
Yeah.
then therefore to your kids and to your husband and to your
Yeah.
relationships. Like that's who you are.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be, as women, we're always told, like, or at least it feels like people just try to have us be one dimensional, and you can do more. Not that it's easy,
No,
but it's an option.
it's an option. Like I say all the time,
If you're doing more, unfortunately, your kids are being neglected, though. So that's one thing you got to understand. As in the natural order of things, women are supposed to take care of children and things like that. But it's all about what you do and how much you're throwing yourself into. Like, no matter what, if you're doing more, your kids will be neglected. So that's just facts.
I'm like, when men do it, they're like, oh my God, you're so multifaceted. Wow.
So
like, you're-
talented.
What a renaissance man. And I'm like, what?
Once again, comparing yourself to man. I said this earlier in my video. She is in competition with this man. Like, or with men. I ain't gonna say Steph. She's in competition with men. And that's why I said the 304, the modern day woman, the feminist woman is in competition with manhood. That is the sole goal of feminism. Like, she's talking about, what is she doing right now? What is she doing right now? She's comparing a female's role to a male's role. You are a woman. Stay in a woman's place. Just like a man. If you're a man, should stay in a man's place. Like, women, once you start comparing sexes, comparing gender roles, comparing all the you can do this, but I can't do that. Men can't give birth. The fuck? like it's gender role for a reason, bro. It's natural biological factors involved. Like, why do you want to be a man? That's one thing I question a lot of women out here. And I say for the longest time, a lot of these women really envy, they got penis envy. They really want a lot of the things that men have. That's just the facts. Like, we can sit here and talk shit and dispute and go back and forth and have a discussion all day long, but the fact still remains. I feel like a majority of women out here, especially the 304 type mentalities, especially the feminist type mentalities, they're in competition with men and they have penis envy and they want a man's place when it should never be that way. Like Stone, when the man does it, it's this. It's a double standard in life. That's just a fact, and you shouldn't be out here comparing yourself to a man. Like, that's where your first mistake, and I feel like a lot of women's mistake, and they sit here all day living their lives like this. Like, but a man can't. Like, but you're not a man. But a man, when a man does it, but you're not a man. Like, and I feel like that is the destruction of feminism has done to the 20th, 19th century female. I'm just being honest. Like, they had this mindset that they want to be a man, but you can't do any of the roles of a man. None. Like, 99% of the roles that men conquer and dominate, you can't do. So why do you want to be that? And the same goes vice versa for men who want to be female and do female shit. That's not the biological order of things. I thought you were a biblical, God-fearing lady. Like, God didn't teach you to sit here and want to compare yourself to a man.
Why can't women do the same thing? Like, what is giving you the ick so bad that you feel like I can't do these separate things, be good at them, or at least try to? Like, what? Like, what is the problem?
It is really frustrating. And then I think, thankfully,
That's where the destruction of like I said, that's where the destruction of the nuclear family comes in the part right there. And that's what the left has done to divide and conquer this whole society, as far as try to take the roles of a man out of the necessity of a man out of the family. They want to make the man not a natural or a needed, a necessity within the nuclear family. Like, within the family role, they want to take away the role of the man. And that's causing destruction. You see these black communities, you see how a lot of these communities with single mama led households are. Like, the destruction that it holds, wanting to be a man, wanting to do the roles of a man, want to be Rosie the Riveter ass bitches and shit like that, man. You see how that destroys the fabric of communities. So, like, that mindset, it's such a 304 mentality to want to compare yourself to a man. I'm just being honest. Like, you watch on Fresh and Fit in any situation, they always want to compare some shit to a man. You know, the only real women that I know are queens that don't do that respect the power of a man and the authority of a man and the biological nature of a man, and they respect the power of a female, because there's so much power in being a woman. They respect that. They don't look at it as a slight. They don't take being the race God gave them. They don't take that as a slight. They take it as a superpower. I respect those type of women. Those are queens. Hit that like button for me. The women that can respect the authoritative power and the in the natural biological power that was ordained to them from God and love it, and they're not sitting here having penis envy and wishing this, and oh man, it's a matriarchy world, and I want this and I want that from a man, and I want to be able to do this what a man does. The women that take strength in their femininity, those are the real queens in this world. I'm just being honest. I'm just that, not the ones that wish they could be men, wish they could rule with iron fists like men, and they want to be fucking Trump, and they want to be wearing goddamn pantsuits, and they want to be fucking Hillary goddamn Clinton. You know what I'm saying? Wearing your ovaries on the goddamn outside. Them are the ones that destroy the world, man. Just being honest. Just being honest. Just being honest, man. Anytime I hear a woman compare herself to a man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm instantly disgusted and thrown off. That's just how I get down. Anytime I hear a woman comparing herself to her husband or a man, or what a man's role can be and what hers, and wanting to be that, take on the man's role, I'm instantly disgusted and put off, man. And most of the women are actually single, so she, I have to say, she should really count herself blessed that she got damn locked in with this man and was able to sink her claws into this man early, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really what it was. You know what I'm saying? She got grandfathered and grandmothered in. She really got to him before the kettle got hot, and hell, she got her steak. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Can't take it back now.
I feel like there's just been an uptick of people being like, you know what? I don't care anymore. I'm just going to do it. Even if it pisses all of you off so much and it makes you uncomfortable to see a woman succeeding, deal with that on your own side. Because
nobody's saying a woman can't succeed. So that's where the slight comes. Nobody's saying a woman can't be successful and succeed. But that's the thing. When you use your family as an excuse as to why you're not successful, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. When you use your family and your gender roles and what you're doing and what you chose to do by getting married and being a mother and a wife, when you're using that as a crutch as to why you're not your successful self and your highest self and your highest caliber, when you're using that as an excuse, it is bullshit. Especially when you're in a Ayesha Curry situation. But when I'm talking about anybody, it could be anybody. When you're using that as an excuse as to why you're not successful, especially when you're married to somebody with means, because you had babies with him because you knew he had means. But the women that do it out here, I don't want to hear the excuses. I don't want to hear the excuses because I mean, it's women out here with single mothers that do it, you know, and I feel like they're out of order and wrong. But I'm saying you see it can happen. Like when you use that as an excuse, you're out of order. You're out of fucking order. You're trying to say, oh, you're trying to use these blessings as an example, as a crutch as to why you're not successful. Go be successful. Go do it. Go be successful. If you're a woman that wants to be single her whole life and have no kids and everything wants to be dedicated to your career goals, do that shit. I don't think nobody's trying to stop you. Nobody is head over heels trying to tell you to get married and have kids. Go do that shit. But when you get married and you make a decision and now you want to use it, you want to have hindsight's 2020 and you want to, be remiss about things that happen or that let you up to be here and say, oh, I would have been at this level if it wasn't for me getting married to Steph Curry or me getting married and having kids. That's bullshit. And then you're out of fucking line and you're out of fucking order. TNP, True Masculinity Podcast. You are out of order when you try to use your blessings, your kids, your choices as a crutch as to why I'm not here, and here. That is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're gonna be great, I think you're gonna be greater with Steph Curry than without him. That's just me. I'm just being honest. Like if you had any opportunity to be great and in your own right, I think you'll be greater with him than you ever could have been without the man. TNP.
Gonna keep fucking pushing. Daddy gang, hi, it's me. Call her daddy is check, but
because
part did being in the spotlight impact your relationship in the early days because you guys didn't know how to handle it.
It's a double-edged sword because parts of it have afforded me doors to be open. I obviously have to walk through them, and then.
What did I just say? What I have been saying? What have I been echoing this whole video? You would not be able to open the doors and walk and rub shoulders with some of the people that's afforded to you just because of your marriage. I'm talking about off your own merit and talent. Shout out to the Bronny Jameses of the world. Shout out to the Shadur Sanders of the world. Due to nepotism. I'm talking about shit that they ain't got nothing to do with you. At least them dudes had a little bit of talent. You know, their daddy put them next to the trainers and the agents and the GMs and the motherfucking owners and put them where they need to be. And his daddy coached him. Shadur Sanders' daddy coached him, started him, put him in advantageous positions where he's supposed to be, where he's supposed to be. But I'm talking about shout out to the Nepo babies because she's one of them as well. She knows you would have never been around the producers, the owners, the movers, and the shakers of the world if that light-skinned motherfucker from Charlotte, North Carolina couldn't put that bitch in the goddamn hole for three. If he wasn't one of the most prolific three-point shooters in NBA history. you would have never touched some of the places and went to some of the places that you went to. I'm glad she can admit that publicly. I'm just saying that takes some humility and some respect. She gonna brush over it, I'm sure, but that you don't let that go over your head. Like, and I've been echoing this the whole live stream. If it was not for Steph Curry, you would not rub shoulders with none of the motherfuckers without sucking their dicks, and they're still probably kicking you out. Hey, I'm just being honest. You probably even with that, you probably wouldn't get close to them. You probably wouldn't get close to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be one of the mistresses like that Steve Ballmer had. Was it Steve Ballmer? I can't remember who it was. Back in the day, it might be somebody. The Clippers owner. Remember, he got caught up in that shit. I can't remember his name and he had to sell his team when he had a little. You probably would have been a little bitch like that, maybe if you're lucky. If you're lucky, you could have been a little bitch in the shadows, sucking dick and getting Lambos and getting sued and the wife taking all your property and shit back from you, all your gifts and shit. Hey, I'm just being honest. I don't see her as talented. That's just me. I don't see her as talent. I don't see the talent. I don't see it. Where is it at? So I'm just being honest, and she's honest too. So kudos to her.
Put in the work to stay in the room. But that I think would be the elephant in the room is like, I'm grateful for that side of things. But on the flip side, I in the beginning hated it so much. I like did not sign up for that. I also always thought like, I didn't know that he was going to end up playing basketball. Like he said he wanted to be a high school basketball coach. Like I thought I was gonna be like the girl out there getting it. So I didn't know. And so it just like it was weird. And sports fans are so different than like maybe entertainment world fans.
Shout out to her honesty, man. Shout out to her honesty, man, in this shit, man. I'm glad I went ahead and did it the way and framed this thing the way I did it, as far as just skipping ahead and going to the important parts of this live and this interview. Shout out to her honesty, man. Shout out to her. She thought she was gonna be Oprah Winfrey. She thought she was gonna be Sanaya Latham. She thought she was gonna be Naomi Campbell. I don't know, whatever. She thought she was gonna be Beyonce. She thought she was gonna be a popular streamer. You know what I'm saying? And she thought he was gonna be a high school basketball coach. That's the reality. And she was willing to. She wanted to be the breadwinner. She wanted to be the one in charge. She wanted to be the one wearing the big boy pants. She wanted to be the one, all the accolades, all the stars, all the admiration, and it did not come to fruition. Like that is she's admitting that is the root of their whole relationship. She thought she was gonna be the one. And now you're living a life where that couldn't be further from the truth. So let's be honest, most people are gonna be dejected from that. You know what I'm saying? And resentful from that in some form or fashion. I don't care how strong you are, how mentally strong you are. If you thought that he was going to be a high school basketball coach and wasn't really going to pay him to be something as successful as he was, and he ended up being one of the best basketball players to ever play the game, and you ended up, just being the wife of one of the best basketball players to ever play the game, that could definitely have even the strongest of people dejected and, a little bit resentful of that fact, but of that dynamic. But shout out to her for being honest, man. Shout out to her for being honest. You learned a lot of shit about this, about Ayesha Curry on this interview, man. Being honest, man. But I don't even demonize the lady, man. You know what I'm saying? She's out here spilling her truth and things like that. It's crazy how every time she opens her mouth, she got to put a foot in it. But hey, you like it, I love it. TMP.
And oftentimes it's like very ruthless, and so I think I wasn't expecting that either. I remember like one time right after my first was born, she was whiny. So I was like, let me just nurse her in the back seat. And Stefan was putting a bike or something in the trunk. And this woman like opens the car door and she sticks her head in and she's like, I just wanted to see the baby. And I'm like, excuse me. And she looks me dead in my face and goes, oh, honey, you know what you signed up for. And then like shuts the door on me. And I was just crying because I was like postpartum. I was just bawling my eyes out. And I'm like, what? Like, is this what it's going to be like?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And so the beginning phases were kind of scary for me.
And as a woman, like,
fuck you ain't locked the door for? Nah, let me stop. But nah, that lady was definitely out of order. But that does come with fame, paparazzi, crazy fans, sports fans, man. Sports fans is a religion, and she should have known that. She should have known that. They actually feel like they have some type of access or connection to you. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, she was very, very out of order, busting her head in your house, in your car while you over there nursing. But damn, lock the door. Have some awareness. Have some situational awareness. Like, what the hell? Lock your damn door. And Steph should have had them intervene. Maybe he was busy putting the bike up. But I mean, if something like that. I mean, I understand. I mean, you shouldn't be embarrassed of nursing, but that lady was invading your privacy. But damn, that shouldn't have had you like distraught. Like she's such a damn. She's just a drama queen. Goddamn. Like, yeah, like that motherfucker pulled a gun out on you. I goddamn stole something from you. I took your car, some crazy shit. I took a picture of you. I see you took a picture and you put it online. Like, she just a weirdo ass motherfucker that don't respect boundaries. She seen an athlete stand a I don't know, the groupies. But it's definitely that is definitely a trade off that you're gonna have for making hundreds of millions of dollars and being a public entity in person. I mean, it's unfortunate, but that's a trade off you're definitely gonna have. You just lucky she didn't take pictures of your titties and your nursing and put it online and embarrass you. That's what you really lucky for. Shit, paparazzis ain't shit.
Do you ever experience any type of like direct scrutiny over just like you or what you looked like or how you were acting?
Oh, all the time. I feel like I still do. And that's okay. But
Hit that like button for me. Hit that like button. You jumping on in here, man.
How did that impact you though early on when you were like, I'm still not equipped to handle this? Because now you're like seasoned. Yes, it affects you, but you now have the tools of like, I've been here before. I know exactly how to handle this moment.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it doesn't still hurt.
it was so depressing. And also it was during that time when this like social media thing was just ramping up. And so people were going buck wild. And just spewing opinions on things that didn't warrant opinions. And so I think for a while, yeah, I was very critical of myself because of the things that I was seeing.
It's so hard also to be the woman in a situation where you're like, men just don't get as much scrutiny. Like they can maybe tell him like your fucking shots suck tonight, but like the looks and all of that is just like not a factor of conversation as much.
No.
Did you talk to Steph about it? Like, or did you kind of keep it within yourself so it didn't?
I do not have a bone in my body that can keep anything to myself. So if it comes to mind, it's coming out. And he's so gracious. Like he tries to resonate with me, but he just can't. And he also comes from a place of like,
Yeah, because Steph has a victor mentality. He doesn't have a victim mentality. He's a high functioning motherfucker. Obviously, he's like 38, 30, 37 years old, still out here balling and busting ass in the NBA. You don't have time for the pity party. You don't make it to that level of success feeling sorry about yourself about paparazzis and media. You actually relish in the fact that people are actually paying you attention, and this is going to help me provide for my family. Fans, jersey sales, people loving me and attending my basketball games just because of how much of a polarizing, popular basketball player I am. That only helps our family. So no, I'm not going to sit here and cry about the fact that we may be inconvenienced by overzealous fans. This is why how these jersey sales, this percentage, these contracts, these sneaker deals that people buying my sneakers, me being a public entity is what helps me provide for my children in this lifestyle that we live in. So no, he's not going to sit around and have a pity party and fucking cry about the fact that it's so much media coverage and people are invading our privacy and our space. I can't be a private individual. If you want to be a private individual, go back to your house and sit in your house all day. 'Cause I'm sure you got a big old mansion with a goddamn fence around it. Sit in there and I'm sure it's palatial and you can sit in your pool and goddamn mind your business and read books. Or maybe you fucking go rent out some shit and you be by yourself. Stop complaining about shit. That's how he feels. That's why he can't relate. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm assuming. That's why he can't relate and feel sorry for the fact that so many people are in your business and the media is crazy and online shit. That a man knows that clicks and likes and views and shit like that is only gonna help me continue to be in the spotlight, which is you need in the NBA. You don't want to be forgotten. You don't want to fall off the cliff as far as athletically or as a figure in the sports realm, because that's how jersey sales drop off and that's how people forget about you and move on with you. And he's still older and still balling. And at that point, he went through injuries, all type of adversity, shit like that. They was already trying to kick him out the fucking league because they didn't think he was going to be shit in a bust because he had the fucked up ankles and all the injury shit going on, and he wasn't winning in Golden State. So I'm sure he didn't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Like he's trying to put the ball in the hole. So shout out to Steph, man, because that's real manhood shit. You ain't about to sit around and be crying about the fact that you're successful in the I mean not even the pitfalls, but the blowback from success. You're not gonna sit, you know what I'm saying? As long as you're not being injured, you're not putting your family in injury, your wife in harm's way, your kids in harm's way, you're not in harm's way, your family. He don't give a damn about no damn online memes and shit, talking shit about the Ayesha Curry. Maybe niggas talking about her appearance and her face, being a little chubby, and she's cute. She cute lady, man. Cute light-skinned lady. Light skin probably the best thing she got going for is that, in my opinion, but she's a cute lady to me. You know what I'm saying? So her being insecure, I don't think he can cry 1,000 tears about it. And I respect that, man. That's real manhood shit. That's real manhood shit.
Like, it's effing stupid. Like, it's not true. So why? And I'm like, but wait, like, listen to how it makes me feel. And he's like, but why does it make you feel like that? It's not real.
I mean, that's so men.
Yeah, that's how men are. You insecure. Men ain't gonna sit here and swim in the pool of insecurity, nigga. That's not what men do. Shout out to Steph Curry. Shout out to showing her an example of how not to be living in your feminine and in your emotion, living and swimming in insecurities. You know what I'm saying? That's weird. That's not how anyone should operate. Men, women, but we obviously know that women are more insecure about their bodies, their appearance, their everything. That's why they wear makeup, wigs, lashes, all the skincare products, all the goddamn everything to try to be beautiful and outlast aging and beat aging and age defying. Everybody wants to defy the aging process and want to be 50 and the surgeries and the plastic surgery stretching your face back and the BBLs and the goddamn Ozempics and all the shit, man. All the shit. All the beauty regimen shit, man. So insecurity is a thing that's definitely of a feminine nature. Everybody has insecurities though. I will say that, but I feel like women are just more rampant and out there. Men try their best to hide their insecurities and their sensitivities. You know what I'm saying? The best way they can and shove it down. But yeah, man, shout out to that man. Continue to hold it down for the family. You got to do what you got to do out here, man.
We're like, no, wait, but I want to talk about it for 4 more hours.
Yeah.
Can you just sit down and they're like, do you want me to solve it for you?
Yeah.
It's not real. We both know it's not real, blah, blah.
He's like,
no.
Go to bed.
Go to sleep. You're like in the bathroom brushing your teeth. You're like, another thing. You like pop out. He's like,
quite literally.
Hit that like button.
Really?
Can you share like something that was said about you in the early days to just like paint the picture?
Gosh,
no one knows.
Me on the spot. Okay, this one's kind of funny.
Okay. Now it's funny.
This one's kind of funny because at a certain point, like I do have a round face.
Oh my God.
So like at a certain point, this
I even said it too. I just said that shit. You got a little bit of a little chubby face, and hey, she cute to me though. I ain't gonna lie to you. She cute light skinned chick. You know what I'm saying? But people can play on your insecurities. If you don't like your chubby face, hey, this nigga married your chubby face. Why are you insecure about it? That's how God made you. They got big old cheekbones, shit like that. That is what it is. But women be very insecure. They looks. It's crazy.
was true because I was a little weightier. But there was this thing going around that said there's 2 things. It was like that I look like SpongeBob's mom. Just look it up after.
Hey, that is some funny shit, nigga. That is some funny shit. Let me wind that back.
Like I felt at a certain point this was true because I was a little weightier.
Shit.
But there was this thing going around that said there's 2 things. It was like that I look like SpongeBob's mom. Just look it up after.
Okay.
I can't unsee it now, man. All those 2000, baby. I can't unsee that, man. Let's say it's like SpongeBob mom. That's funny as shit. Y'all online, motherfuckers. Y'all ain't shit, man. That's some funny shit, man. She do look like SpongeBob mom, though. That's funny. Y'all funny, boy. Y'all got too much time in y'all hands out here to be out here trying to disturb people's spirit and insecurities, dog. That is some funny shit, bro.
I felt that way. So then seeing it, I was like, damn.
No.
What else? I think because he's like known for shooting threes, people will say something all the time like, oh, he shoots threes on and off the court. And I'm like, come on.
Well, first of all, 3 plus like a million. Like you were like so fucking stunning and gorgeous.
Thank you,
Like
sweet.
I don't need to
That's
say that
very
to you, but I have to say it because it's also like the people that are writing it are probably threes, but not you. But also I feel like it's funny to see any athlete's wife, everyone just first goes for their looks and they compare
so
it. It's
strange.
crazy.
It's so
crazy.
strange.
That online conversation is so tired. Like immediately just judging.
I just got it, bro. Excuse me, man. My mind ain't firing all the way. He hit threes on and off the court. That is some funny shit. That's some funny shit, nigga. That is some funny shit. I gave her a California 5 or 6. Well, damn, that is some funny shit, nigga. I just got that shit. I just got that shit, boy. Excuse me, man. My shit ain't firing like a shit. He hit threes on. I'm like, what are they talking about? Oh, damn. He calling his wife a 3. God damn. He hit threes on and off the court. God damn. Hey, hurt. Hey, hit her where it hurts, why don't you? Golly. She said that people online said this nigga Steph Curry hit threes on and off the court. God damn. God. This nigga said, this niggas unloaded the clip on her ass. Golly. This is why
a wife compare
so
it. It's
strange.
crazy.
It's so
crazy.
strange.
That online conversation is so tired. Like immediately just judging a wife of like a man that is well known and famous. Doesn't even have to be sports. It can be entertainment, actors, whatever it be. It's always
Yeah.
at the looks. And it's like, aren't we tired?
Yeah.
Just a little bit?
I've also gotten the like, and I've gotten this in person a lot, is the like the stigma of being a wife of somebody that plays professional sports or girlfriend, whatever. Oh, how does it feel to be said person's wife and also work? And I'm like, what? So I think there's a stigma out there that people don't do. These women aren't doing anything. That's not true. There's so many women doing incredible things. A lot just like they do it under the radar, which is great. Like,
No, it's so misogynistic.
It's
like
so crazy.
Well, your husband makes so much fucking money. Like, why would you ever want to work? And it's like, God forbid, I also have individual interests and needs and wants and goals in my fucking
it's
life.
Crazy.
It's all projection.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait. I want to play a game then between you and Steph of who is more likely to. Okay. Who is more likely to
Yeah, man. I feel like it's been a good live, good little situation we did here on TNP this morning, man. I got my 2 cents out. I feel like we brushed over most of the important parts of this viral clip, this viral interview she did a month ago. Pretty good, man. You feel so obliged and inclined, throw something on that Cash App, man. Link in the description box. Man, I appreciate y'all tapping in here with TNP. Hopefully I was informative. Hopefully I was entertaining. Hopefully I was funny. You know, all the above, comedial. Gave you some levity, something to laugh about on your morning ride to work or whatever like that this morning, man. But yeah, definitely want my kids to steer my boys to steer clear away from Ayesha Curry, and I don't want my daughters to be like that. I want my daughters to actually love being married, love their kids, love their family, take pride in themselves. I don't want them to be as worldly. You know, you definitely got to take care of yourself financially and stuff like that, but I want you to set yourself up to be a wife. I want you to follow your career goals, of course. You know, keep God as the center of your universe. Just don't want you to be an insecure woman up here trying to compete with your husband and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And not really having an identity at 30-some years old. You know, you got to figure things out early so you're not out here wavering and wafting in the air. Even though you're successful as all get out, you still are insecure and don't really know your place in this world. Even though your place right now is a wife, that's the best place that God gave you. That's the best position God gave you on this earth and on this planet. And you don't want to live that role, but that's the role that He's giving you. That's the best opportunity He's giving you, best path He's giving you. So just live in that, you know, own that. So that's what I would say to an Ayesha Curry or anybody that's similar to an Ayesha Curry, man. I would tell them to own that position in life, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop taking it as a slight. Stop being so influenced by the outside world because it's causing you to, you know, say, you know, I guess you got to keep your name out there. So she does probably do these interviews because she's kind of known for the provocative shit at this point. So I think that's kind of like who she is at this point, to be honest. But, yeah, man, I would just say continue to grow as in your relationship with God and you know what I'm saying? Like, people out here, they definitely confuse people with the propaganda. You know, they definitely have women despising being under the authority of a man. That's for sure. Like, matriarchy is prevalent, and at this point, they really, you know, just deaf to patriarchy right now, and they really being under the order of a man is akin to slavery for a lot of these feminists in this feminist movement. So yeah, man, and a lot of the 304s, because a lot of these women are 304s, so that's going to be the thing they're pushing, 304 rhetoric. I don't need a man, you know, da-da-da-da-da. You got to make this, that, and the third to be with me. You got to pay me money to date me. Basically, prostitution in today's time, like condoning prostitution and shit like that, promoting tricks, shit like that. So, yeah, man. It's like I just want to be that informative voice of reason that's out here on these YouTube waves daily, and give y'all a different perspective than the norm, and something that would a little bit more, you know, I guess, like even kill, you know, right down the middle. You know what I'm saying? That's the message I want to give out to the masses. So, hit that like button for me though, man. TNP, True Masculinity Podcast, tapping in this morning with your daily bread. You understand? I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate the engagement, appreciate the likes, appreciate the, you know, all the above, the subs. Man, yeah, man, like I said, I didn't want to be on it this long, but I feel like I gave it its due diligence. And man, shout out to Ayesha Curry for being vulnerable. Shout out to Steph Curry for, you know, continuing to be a man that even out here with, you know, we taking these media online slings and arrows. You know what I'm saying? People giving all these opinions about your family and trying to assume what's going on in your life and in your personal life. But yeah, man, shout out to these folks, man. Still, no matter what, you know, we don't know how they live in personally. You know, she could say all these things, but she's probably the perfect wife at home. You know what I'm saying? So you never know what's going on behind closed doors, So, but shout out to TNP, man. We coming with it this year. We getting monetized. We blowing up. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate anybody that's tapping in there while we on this build up and this come up. Like I said, if you want to support the channel, go to that link. Go to that description box right there, man. My PayPal's right there. It's Calvin Healy. My Cash App link is right there. $ Toxic Masculinity POD. That's $ Toxic Masculinity POD. Like I said, I ain't want to be on here too long with this situation. I just seen it going viral, so I want to tap in, get my opinion on it, and tap on out of here, man. But shit, I appreciate y'all watching and taking some insight, man. All the 10 peers, man, go ahead, sub, hit that like button. We come with way more provocative ish, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm akin to Charleston White, Kwame Brown. This is what my rhetoric is a lot like. It's right at your dome, right at your throat. You know what I'm saying? We flippant, we direct. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't sugarcoat nothing. Sugarcoat nothing. Corey Holcomb. These are my disciples that I, you know what I'm saying, are I'm a disciple of them. I look like I shout out to them. I follow them a little bit, you know what I'm saying, as far as just on this podcast thing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them in this wordplay algorithm podcast arena and platform. Just they the godfathers of this thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm the younger brother out here trying to get a little slice of the pie, and I'm coming with mine. TNP. We coming with it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody stopping. I'm like Coach Prime, man. We coming. No Diddy. We coming. So we should hit that like button, subscribe. But like I said, I came from nothing. We came from nothing. We came from 20 subs to where we at now, man. We just gonna keep on crushing it, keep on pushing. So I appreciate anybody that's tapping in with me, man. I'm just giving my opinion out here. You take it and run with it, man. But yes, sir, man. We gotta be out here, man. Peace and hair grease. Peace and hair grease. We outie.